Hi, we're Lynn
and Nisha,
and you're watching BTS MVP. Welcome to another episode of BTS MVP, where we pick out the most iconic moments and our favorite member for each one of their biggest hits. Make sure you keep watching till the end of the video today, because for the first time ever, we will be doing a giveaway. We'll be giving away a custom-made t-shirt on today's show. No one else will have one except we both have one. And open to all international armies. Before we get to today's song, let's talk about the drink of the day.
All right, the drink of the day today is slushies. On Bon Voyage Season 3, where they go to Malta, it's very hot. And we hear about how hot it is a lot.
A lot.
Not only do the boys buy themselves slushies, but they also buy slushies for all of their camera team.
Specifically, I think it was Jungkook and Jimin who bought slushies for the whole team. So I'm having, I forget, cream soda. I'm having cream soda today.
I'm having Pepsi flavor.
I mean, it's good, but it's like, liquefied sugar.
It's a lot of sugar. It's pretty good though. Well, I like it. Definitely a good way to cool down on a hot Malta day.
Agreed. All right, let's introduce the song of the day. Today's song of the day is Run, which was the lead single from The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 2, which is maybe my favorite BTS era. Is it my favorite era?
I mean,
the romance, the storyline,
the BTS universe.
I know, right? Anyway, Run was a great single and has a beautiful video, but we'll get to that later.
Could be my favorite MV.
Okay, we'll talk about that in fun fact. But first, let's talk about our honorable mentions for Run.
My first honorable mention is V, which seems unlikely based on the amount of lines in the song he gets.
He does not get many lines, but that's okay. That's not what
he gets. 2 lines
is about. Wow, really? Just 2 lines? All right.
He gets part of the pre-chorus. Okay, he doesn't get 2 lines. He gets like 2 bits.
He gets a big chunk.
Yeah, he gets a chunk of the pre-chorus, and then he gets the first line of the bridge, which, you know, it's very nice. It introduced the tone of the bridge, which I feel like is quite different from the actual song of Run, which is something I really like in a song, when the bridge is different and it hits harder.
Good.
But the real reason that V is my honorable mention is, you know, because of the video, which I know we're not supposed to talk about the video.
You have been unduly influenced.
He charmed me. And not even with like the cool spray painting vibes, but he does this dive at the beginning of the video. Whoa! You know, he got that on the first take.
Well, yeah, because imagine having to set up for a second take. They'd have to spend like an hour and a half drying him off.
Throughout the video, there are also a couple other water shots where he has his eyes open and he's spinning around. It's like... So that's super cool. And also, he gets arrested with RM. Every Namjoon bias's dream.
Okay, so did V do anything in this song vocally that you like?
No. He got the bridge part and I like that.
Okay, one thing I can say about Run is that to me it is very much a vocalist song as opposed to a rap song. In fact, RM and J-Hope basically sing in this song.
I do like that.
They don't really rap.
It's good.
Only Suga gets away with a little bit of rapping.
The singy rapness, it's one of my favorite things that the rap line can do.
That's true. So, I mean, we could almost throw an honorable mention to the whole vocal line. But for me, I'm going to give my honorable mention to Jimin, who I think was a real vocal star in this song. I love his voice in this song. So he and Jungkook share the chorus every time. It's 1 line each. And Jimin gets what I think is maybe the most romantic line in the song. This is all I can do anyway. All I know how to do is love you.
Wow, Jimin.
I know, right?
Marry me already.
That's dreamy. That's really dreamy. And then he has a ton of other highlight vocals. If you listen to, on YouTube, it's very interesting. Lots of people post these videos where you can just hear the background vocals.
Yes.
And in this song, the background vocals are really all about Jimin. He is providing a lot of the highlight stuff and a lot of the high harmonies for other people's lines. And we'll get to that a little bit later. But I think his voice, his vocal work in this song is beautiful. And I mean, if we're gonna talk video, we have Pumpkin Jimin wearing the turquoise leather coat.
Run could compete with right? Dynamite for best hair.
I know, right? Best hair
good stuff,
and
good
best visuals. Like, I don't know.
Vibes.
I love that video so much. It's beautiful. It makes you feel nostalgic for a time when you were not involved at all.
I haven't even like gotten that to that point in my life.
It's true.
And I'm nostalgic for my, you know, young adult years.
Okay, so for the MVP today, we are divided, but as usual, the other person's MVP is our other honorable mentions.
As per usual.
About them both in the MVP section, and why don't I go first?
Sure.
Because my MVP is JK, and he
understandable
deserves it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand why you chose the one that you chose, but to me, this song could almost be a Jungkook solo song. Like,
I mean, that's pushing it a little bit
everywhere in this song. So
he only has the chorus.
Oh, that's not true at all.
Really?
Oh, yeah. So for starters, he does have the Dash Run, Run, Run. Which is so iconic. Like, do you remember the first time we ever heard the Japanese version of Run?
I do.
And instead of saying dashi, they say something else there.
Yes.
And even though we don't speak any Korean, we were like, no.
That is not correct.
That is not right.
What kind of cover is this?
That's right. Dashi Run, so iconic. And that's a JK part.
Yes.
And then on top of that, he gets the chorus with Jimin, which I super love.
다시 run, run, run. 난 멈출 수가 없어. Run, run, run. 날 놓칠 수가 없어. 어차피 이것밖에는 못해. 너를 사랑하는 것밖에 못해.
He also gets the part with RM and J-Hope where they say, don't tell me bye bye. He's going, run.
That's true. That's a good part. That's a good part.
Speaking of which, that sort of feeds right into your MVP, because I assume you would like to talk about that segment.
I would.
Yeah.
Like to talk about that.
Because your MVP is?
In case you haven't guessed, RM. He gets the very opening part of the song, which we've said before sets this tone for the whole song, and it's an important part.
Always has a big impact.
And he has, you know, a couple romantic lines. The actual first line of the whole song.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's pretty romantic.
All right.
너네 하나뿐인 태양 세상에 딱 하나 널 향해 피었지만 난 자꾸 목말라 넌 늦었어 너 없이 살 순 없어 가지가 말라도 더 힘껏 손을 뻗어.
You're my son, the only one in the world.
Okay, that's pretty good, RM.
RM doesn't care about the giant ball of gas in the sky. He only cares about you.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I accept.
Yeah. He is also the first one to say, the one to say that before J-Hope, and I always remember that line as being RM.
Yeah, it's interesting. The first time we ever really heard Run, I thought that RM did them both.
Yes.
And I didn't realize that it was J-Hope at the end of the song until much later. But now that I know that, I can only hear J-Hope.
Oh, really?
Yes, and especially because his is at the end of the song, I identify that part more strongly with J-Hope now. But I agree with you, I used to think that it was RM, but now I think J-Hope. So
well,
that is a tough call.
I'm sorry, J-Hope.
So MVP, JK for me, RM for you.
RM.
I don't quite disagree with you, but I still think
can't
JK
wholeheartedly agree.
That's right.
Haven't convinced.
That's right.
Hopefully I've convinced you.
Okay, fun facts about Run.
Yes.
Let's start by talking about the video. We already dropped hints about it all along, but the video is beautiful. It is
brilliant.
Yeah, it's really lovely, and it introduced the whole idea of the BTS universe.
Yes.
Which, if you're new to BTS, I will drop a link in the description that sort of gives you a little introduction to what the BTS universe is all about. But it's basically a fictional story that gives the 7 members a different backstory as if they had never joined the band, and it's supremely tragic, and everyone has lots of trauma.
Yet hopeful in a way, because it's like a different reality, but BTS still find a way to be together. Which, you know, gives me hope.
This story is told over several of their videos, and it's actually not even truly finished yet. But Run comes early in the cycle, and it introduces a lot of those storylines and the whole feeling of it, of like young men just trying to escape from their problems with each other. And I don't know, it's beautiful. Totally recommended that you watch it many times on repeat. And you might not realize this, but Run also has a Japanese version.
Yes.
And a Japanese video to go with it, which also has some of the same images, but some additional images also from the BTS universe story. So definitely worth it to check out both.
I also really like the Run MV because even though I know that some of it is acting, especially some of the scenes, but it has a certain... It rings sort of true, as in I could feel like that they're having fun and bonding on their own as well.
I know, right? And then you want to believe that
like the camera's there, but they're still friends. They're buddy-buddy.
It's really, it gives you all the feels. Good, bad, hopeful, sad. It's all there.
Also about the video, the hair era, we've already talked about this. Amazing.
So good all around.
But one of the saddest things I learned as an ARMY was that Suga's mint hair was actually just hair chalk.
So absolutely iconic, Mint Yoongi.
So iconic.
Yep, everybody loves his hair being green, and it turns out it wasn't ever actually even dyed that color. But, you know.
So sad.
Maybe he'll return to it someday.
We have hope.
Last fun fact about Run is that there are 2 remixes on the Young Forever album that you should definitely check out.
Yep.
One is called the Alternative Mix, but one is called the Ballad Mix, and it is beautiful. Really, really gorgeous, and go listen to it right now if you haven't yet. Today we are giving away this custom-made shirt, which on the back has a secret saying, which hopefully you recognize. It was coined by BTS in Bon Voyage 2, and it still comes up every now and again, sometimes with some modifications. If you don't know what this says, you can ask us in the comments. To win this shirt, all you have to do is drop us a comment below and tell us what is your favorite line from their brand new single Butter, which just came out this week.
Keep streaming.
That's right. You can also enter by leaving us a similar comment with the same answer on our Instagram feed or on our Twitter feed. We will leave a post there where you can leave your comments. And if you do all 3, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, you'll get 3 entries into our draw. We'll let you know next week who the winner is.
Good luck.
So we hope you enjoyed our discussion of Run. Once again, MVPs are JK
and RM,
and throwing some honorable mentions out to V and to Jimin. As usual, I will leave links to all of the clips that we used in the description, and
there'll be a bonus link to a website if you're a baby ARMY, BTS 101. Click on it, learn a little bit about BTS.
It's true.
And don't forget to comment if you want to tell us who your MVP is, or if you have any recommendations,
Or if you'd like to enter our draw.
ooh, and subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell so you know when we post new videos.
We'll see you next time. This has been
BTS MVP.